Including today, the CJI Justice Chandrachud has 10 working days in office, and there are 10 major cases which are pending before him in different stages. So let's take a look at the key matters that are awaiting his decision. Number one, Byju's insolvency, a high-stakes battle involving a fallen star of the startup universe. The Supreme Court needs to decide on the insolvency proceedings against the edtech company, assumes significance with US lenders alleging siphoning off of funds by Byju Ravindran and his brother. The Supreme Court reserved the judgment in August of 2024. Number two, Google versus startups. The competition watchdog had alleged abuse of market dominance by Google against startups through its Play Store policies. The CCI had slapped a penalty of 1,338 crores. The NCLAT upheld this penalty. Google appealed this decision in the top court. CJI-led bench of the top court issued notice in this case, but is yet to hear this matter in detail. Number three, gaming companies versus GST. Supreme Court is hearing a batch of 44 petitions by gaming companies alleging gaming notices aggregating to over 1.12 lakh crore rupees. Chandrachud-led bench of Supreme Court issued notice agreeing to hear this case, but is yet to grant a final hearing. Review petitions seeking same-sex marriage. In October of 2023, CJI-led bench of the Supreme Court refused to allow the right to marry to same-sex couples. The Supreme Court said it is for the Parliament to decide on this issue. Multiple review petitions have been filed against it. They are yet to be taken up. RG Kaur rape and murder. As a fallout, the Supreme Court had taken suo motu cognizance of this issue of safety of medical practitioners. Supreme Court had directed for a national task force to give recommendations on safety measures. The CJI assured that he will issue guidelines on safety of medical professionals. Marital rape. In the final days of holding office, CJI has started hearing a batch of applications challenging provisions granting protection to husbands committing rape with their wives. Jet Airways insolvency. Despite the Jalan Calroc consortium emerging as the successful bidder, the resolution is stuck in between claims of non-payment by the lenders. The Supreme Court has reserved its judgment and is expected to give clarity on whether the airline can take to the skies once again. Minority status of Aligarh Muslim University. This was a case heard by a 7-judge bench headed by Justice Chandrachud. The bench will be deciding if AMU qualifies as a minority institution under Article 30. Regulation of industrial alcohol. A rare occurrence at the top court, a 9-judge bench is deciding this case, headed by none other than Chief Justice of India, Justice Chandrachud. It has huge revenue implications as the Supreme Court will decide if state governments have the power to levy taxes on industrial alcohol. And finally, wealth redistribution. Again, a 9-judge bench headed by CJI deciding this case. The moot point here is, can the government requisition private property and redistribute it for public good? So there you have it. 10 days left. 10 major cases await clarity from the CJI Justice Chandrachud. His last working day in Supreme Court will be November 8th.